welcome to game one of Matt's campaign. I'm joined here by Matt, running the campaign. Arbiter?
Is
that your name? Is that your title?
That is my title now. I might get a badge made.
Yes.
Possibly since.
Well, just like a big. How big are we talking?
I think big badge with gold sort of details.
Like sheriff sort of style.
Precisely, yeah, and possibly a hat.
Yeah. So Matt is going to be playing my Orlocks with his Delaque today.
My second time with them. I played them with a friend, just a friendly couple of weeks
ago. Is that second time since House of Shadow, or just at all?
This is the first time. Well, second time House of Shadow. So the first time was a gang really built using the old rule set. They were very shooty, were rubbish and got trashed.
So now you've come back with the best.
I've gone back. I've bought the weapons pack, modified some. Gul. See, I've not even got the names right. So
what an amateur!
I know, shocking.
I just called them the same names as my Iron Warriors have,
but he's going
to remember them.
We'll see how he does. I think he's going to possibly carve up a few of your gang members, but we'll see.
Well, hopefully not. I'm quite experienced with this particular gang now. I've not played it since the House of Iron came out.
Okay.
But the only thing that's really changed is adding legendary names for me.
Okay.
Which is it's just like an additional skill.
Ah, okay, that you get.
Yeah. You can buy them in place of skills with your experience.
You
start with one.
Yeah.
So rather than like Goliath gene breeding where you up your stats and everything.
Yeah.
So I've added them.
Yeah.
There's the difference that you can't only have 2 champions since I played last.
Okay.
So I can now have half my gang as champions.
Yeah.
Like you can.
Yeah. I've got 3 champions in my gang.
Yeah, I've got 3. I've got 4, including the leader.
Okay.
And then Wreckers, which are the Orlock's prospects.
Right.
Which have jump packs. Mm-hmm. So one of my Juves has been upgraded with a jump pack.
But they don't work the same way as grappling hooks, though, do they?
No, so
up and down.
The Wrecker that I've got with the jump pack or jet propulsion or whatever they call it.
Yeah. Harness.
It adds 3 to her move all the time. And if I want to add D3 plus 3, if I roll a 1 on that D3...
Super nimble.
So it's a 1 on the D6 that makes up the D3.
Okay, yeah, got you.
She falls over. Causes no damage, which she goes...
Got you.
So yeah, there's been that change.
This is, my guy's got... I've put this on the knack girl. I'm not obsessed with him, but...
clearly...
He better do good, because he's my new... I painted him for this event. For this game
specifically now. To behead
specifically to assassinate people, so I'll be sorely disappointed and he can laugh in my face if he's dead within
well, this will be the prediction
the entire team, he stubs him to death and melts him as he drops out of the shadow.
I've only got 1 melter, don't worry.
No, I'm confident, I'm quietly confident he'll do some damage, but I might be be elaborate.
Well, maybe there is some wood here, so I'd touch that if I were you.
Yeah, see. But he's got this spring up skill as well. So I'm hoping there's going to be
this in the army
list.
Sorry, Matt. Come on, you're getting ahead of us.
Yeah, so he's going to pop back up. You're going to knock him down. He's going to jump back up and stab you.
We will see.
He's very sharp sword.
But we are playing a Dominion campaign today, which you were arbitrating.
Yeah, well, we've started simple really. We've stripped out a lot of the additional new rules. We don't have a black market, anything like that. All house favours is gone.
So it's basically just the gang books.
Just the gang books. Keep it simple.
No, because the house favours is a big. It's like every battle.
Lots of admin. There's lots of admin. So we're just keeping it simple until we get to gist with the general how the game functions, how the campaign functions, and then hopefully if we can get a group of people who are interested. I've been fancy playing this for ages.
It's not just me and you playing.
No, it's 5 or 6 of us.
Sometimes.
With wavering enthusiasm for some, we're trying to gee him along. As is the same with any camp. And you end up with half a dozen people who's about 3 or 4 games ahead of everybody else, and so everybody gets demoralised because their gangs are rubbish. Everybody's got about 500 credits.
But that's it, we'll have to equalise.
But this is where I'm going to have to, I've got Gene Stealer cult back home, I've got Enforcers, so if we throw some extra stuff in to try and balance it out, give people a fighting chance, we'll try and do that. So we'll see how it goes,
What, you drag them up kicking and screaming with your
get your games
guns.
in, we'll throw some bolt guns in and stuff, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully... in a few months' time, we'll have get a bit of a roll, bit of a beat in terms of people playing, and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. So we will be back with our army list, or our gang lists, which you can see now.
So I've got a Delaque gang, House of Shadows, for our campaign, A Land of Opportunity.
Is that what it's called? The Land of
That's
Opportunity?
The Land of Opportunity. It's a new area of the hive they found. They're trying to, it's fresh terrain. Everybody's trying to grab some stuff. So I've got 8 members in my gang. I've got the leader, imaginatively named Leader, who's got...
Well, everyone gets they get a name when they do something special, right?
If you needs to earn a name. So my leader's not particularly overpowered. He's got a couple of auto pistols, but he's got a web gauntlet, so he gets up close. He might Spider-Man you to the wall. He's also got overseer ability, so he can make somebody act twice. He's my first psyker, spatial psychosis, So
is this the thing that was added in Book of Shadows?
This is a Delaque. Yeah, this is a Delaque's psychoteric mastery, which I believe is a 12-inch range willpower test, and you'll get automatically pinned within 12 inches, and there's no line of sight or anything, and you don't get anything to counter that, that's quite good. Then I've got the aforementioned Mr. Shush, who I've given a name to. He's my Natgul, who's pretty tidy.
Is that his title?
He's called Mr. Shush, but he's called a Natgul. That's the classification. So he's got a grapnel launcher that can whiz around. He hits on a 2+ weapon skill. He's got a shiver sword, which is truly horrible. Melee, parry, power, sever. He's also strength 4, so it's quite tough. So he can also infiltrate without having to have the skills. So if he gets up close, he's pretty nice. And he's got spring up. So if you knock him down, pin him, he jumps straight back. We just have to pass an initiative test on a 2-up. Then I've got a couple of sniper champion and a sniper, both with long rifles. Don't think they're going to be particularly great in Zone Mortalis game, but we'll see. My sniper champion's got Overwatch as well.
So I won't be moving into any corridors.
Bang. Yeah. Then I've got a couple of shotgun guys with just standard ghosts with smoke grenades, bit of cover, move in. And then a couple of guys, again, ghosts again with auto guns. So I don't have any Jews in my list.
Have you got photo goggles on anyone?
No, not yet.
So you can't yet see through the smoke?
Get them, that's definitely the path I will be taking, photo goggles. I think I can get them fairly cheap. It's a fairly basic, it's a 1,000 credit gang, but it's got some teeth in there with something to build on. But we'll see. On
mine, I've gone for my leader, who he's only got his title name, which is One Shot.
One shot. Exactly.
So it means once. So
is the melter gun a one-shot weapon? You can.
No. So this big name specifically. Okay. I've not told everyone that he's got a melter gun yet.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
He's.
I've seen his army. His gang.
Well, he's built from the last time that you actually played me, other than the wrecker.
Yeah.
So. His one shot means once a game he can auto hit with a shot.
Oh, you're joking.
But he's got to shoot at every opportunity he gets in the game. So each big name has a drawback as well.
Oh, he's always got to shoot. Oh,
so you can sort of control my movement in
So he's a bit gun mad.
Yeah.
Blazing away.
So he's then got the Nerves of Steel skill. So he can, on passing a cool check, can stay stood up if you would normally be pinned.
Yeah.
And he's got a combi bolter melter.
Yeah, tidy.
Yeah, so it could have the downside of if I
run out of ammo. Run out of ammo.
Exactly. Then I've got Iron Stare, who is that's his big name as well.
Yeah.
He's my armsman, and that means if you want to shoot at him and he can see you, you have to pass a cool check, or you can't shoot.
Well, my guys are pretty cool though.
Well, they might be, but they're not as cool as my Orlocks.
I kind of.
So he's got a shotgun.
Yeah.
Which has the basic stuff.
Yeah.
He's a munitioneer, so anyone within 6 can re-roll ammo checks. Yeah. And then he's got the Rule of Iron special rule as his special rule for being one of the different champions.
Got you.
So that means at the start of his activation, anyone within 6, or one person that I designate within 6, can be given the Nerves of Steel rule for that turn. Then I also, as part of that rule, get -2 to any bottle checks that I have to take while he's alive.
Okay.
So I'm not going to be bottling really while he's alive.
Yeah, I got you.
Then I got Bullet Lord, who is a road sergeant. So Bullet Lord means I can automatically, once per game, change the firepower dice that I roll to a 3. So, but he goes automatically out of ammunition after that roll. So he's got a heavy stubber.
You filthy devil.
He's not too bad.
Can he do that on both? Because
I think it's just one dice.
Oh, I was going to say.
But it's for that turn where I really need...
You've got somebody caught in the open.
So he's got Nerves of Steel to stay stood up.
Yeah.
It's easy to remember. It's quite a good skill. Then, finally, I've got Marco. Who is too pretty for Primus.
Of course.
Which means at the end of a game...
Beautiful model too.
Yeah, that is this guy. He gets to roll 2d6, times it by 5, and I get that amount of creds.
Oh, right. Okay, got you.
But if I roll a double, you get the creds.
Oh, man.
So that's the drawback for that one.
I like that. So, yeah, that's a bit... so you're playing the long game with him to try and...
But it's just that little bit of money.
Yeah, I like it now. It
and
counts in the early phases. You can get Under Armour and other stuff. And
no one's got anything.
Yeah. I've got mesh armour on all my guys, by the way.
Marco has a grenade launcher.
Ooh, nasty.
Then I've got a Juve, who has not got a name yet.
Yeah.
This is all the no names now.
Yeah. Fair.
So then I've got a Juve with 2 stub guns.
Yeah.
I've got my Wrecker, who has 2 stub guns with dum-dum bullets. And obviously their jump booster.
Yeah.
Then I've got a Ganger Specialist, because you can designate one of your Gangers to be a specialist at the start of campaign.
I've got a sniper. That's my specialist at the moment.
So my specialist actually only has an auto gun at the moment because I couldn't afford any. But yeah,
sell it all on that heavy stubber.
The heavy stubber is already a champion.
Yeah, but how much was the heavy stubber? It was like 100.
140.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And then finally, I have a normal Ganger with shotgun, and that is it. 8 Gangers. So we tied on Gangers.
We've got the same number of Gangers.
But I've got 2 Juve style ones.
Yeah.
Wreckers are actually really good. They
hit on a 5 up, do they?
4+ for the Wrecker, surprisingly, but 5 for the normal Juve.
Yeah, so I've got a bit more of an experienced gang. I've got a bit more. Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't say.
I know it's actually going to be
quite. Yeah, we'll see. We've both got a little bit of. We've both got some tricks up our sleeves.
Yeah,
we'll have to see how.
And I've got the melter that can just evaporate.
Yeah, I know how bad they are. They're nasty.
So
anyway, let's see.
Yeah. So we're back with Matt, who is about to do our scenario roll.
Let's see which one it is. Scenario 3, Zone Mortalis, which we look in the book, if I can find it. Oh, no.
So do you want to give us your comment?
Wait a minute, I've got to find the right bloody mission in it. 1, 2, here we go. It is Forgotten Riches. Ooh, money. Varying between 5 and 9 Gangers. We get 3 gang tactic cards. That's going to be interesting.
So is this both of us get between 5 and 9 Gangers?
And we're the same size gangs, credit value gangs, so nobody gets employment there. So both gangs are attempting to get away with as much loot as they can carry and prevent their enemies doing the same. Horrors in the dark. If you're more than 8 inches away from another fighter, enemy or ally, something nasty comes out of the dark. You roll a d6. Nothing might happen, or we might have to fight something or get dragged off into the shadows. I like that. Ending the battle. If one of us loses all our fighters.
So it's basically until one of us fails a bottle check.
Yeah. And
we're trying to get the counters.
Gangs earn d6 times 10 credits for each loot casket secured at the end of the battle. So it's basically grab the caskets, get them to an area you've secured. Try to stop your opponent getting to that area, and don't go in the dark because something nasty will get you.
Okay, so we will select our gang cards and get the table set up.
Yeah.
Then we will secretly show the audience what gang cards we have.
Like it. Okay.
Yeah, Matt is now going to introduce his gang cards. So Matt gets.
I've got suitably Delaque Ghostly. Suitably Delaque Friend or Foe. And as I'm playing the Orlocks, I'm going to spike his drinks.
My guys are heavy drinkers, they own all the bars. So, to delight Matt with, I've got Lucky Find, which I imagine he knows what that does. Crossfire. I'm going to catch you guys in the crossfire. Imagine what that does. And Tough as Nails, which is one of the Orlock tactics, which is really good. How many gang members?
2d6 is how many gang names is in the scenario. 3! So we can have a total of 5 gang members.
Right, so choosing crews.
Okay, and then we roll off to see who puts down.
The first.
We're going to put one of these.
Ammo marker.
One of these down in each zone. So both got a 5.
Two.
Okay,
I placed the first one.
Yeah.
So I placed 3 and Matt places 2.
Yeah. So we've got 12 by 12 zones, of which we have 8.
Yeah.
And one of these goes into each zone.
So that's because the Forge World Standard Zone Metallis is in 1 by 1.
And the original Necromunda cards.
Yeah.
So
we're also saying that here can be walked over by both gangs.
Yeah. So
just to provide another entry of approach.
Yeah, we can shoot across. You've got line of sight from up here, so we're not saying these walls are going up.
But these... Oh, can you see? Are we saying...
Well, what do you want to do? Yeah, that's a good point. No, actually, let's do that. You can shoot obviously down here, but you can't have line of sight over.
Yeah, you can't shoot over
walls. This gantry is sort of a larger area.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Okay, so I'm going to place the first one here to be accessed by the front.
So I'm going to place one down over.
I'm going to place the second one in a location to ensure a bloodbath.
Yeah, we like a bloodbath. We're wargaming after all. I'm going to put the other one over here, so it's going to be a bit of heavily contested.
Definitely.
Over here.
Central area will be a nightmare. I'm going to mirror Matt's placement at the back here with a find that might have come off the rock face.
Yeah, I like that. That's good. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so we can deploy here, here, or here. So now we roll off again to see who deploys first.
Yeah, so
a 2. A 2. Oh,
and again.
Come on. A 4. A 2. Right.
You choose.
I think I'm going to go with this zone here. As I'm at the back, it says nothing over after terrain. I'm going to go into this zone. So you pick. So you can choose either of those 2 areas, Max.
Okay. So I'm going to choose this area at the back here. Or do I just choose this one over here? I'm sort of favouring choosing that one there.
That's a good point, but remember I could get.
But do we want a longer than 15-minute game?
I think it would just end up with everybody gunning each other down.
So
let's do it. More fun.
So we will come back after we've deployed, in which we've got Matt's Delaque here.
5 gangs. So I've gone with my leader, and I've got to go with a shotgun and smoke grenade. I was auto gun, smoke gun, but I think the smoke grenade is the shotgun stronger strength. Then I've got my other champion here with a sniper rifle and an auto pistol, and then the other shotgun guy. And the ace in the hole is Mr. Shush, who I'm not going to infiltrate, so might give me an edge.
Oh, so now I'm down.
Well, you've got to tell her what you've put down, Max. You see, I'm going to put him down after you.
So I've got Marco with the grenade launcher.
Yeah.
I've got my shotgun ganger because I thought shotguns are good at close range, right?
I think so, yeah. I've got followed the same logic, Max.
I've got my leader.
Yeah.
Who has the combi melter here.
Nasty.
My arms master with a normal shotgun. And I've got my wrecker to go really fast with dum-dum stub guns. Just to nip in and hopefully get some of those ammo caches.
I like that.
So Matt, deploy your infiltrator, please.
Well, I don't really want to go. So I can be within 6 inches of you, but not line of sight. I don't want to go anywhere near that guy with a melter gun. So I think I'm just going to be waiting here for you guys to come through the door and make your lives. Might even just step him back a bit so you can't see him. Obviously there.
He's lurking, Mr. Shaw.
He's being very quiet.
Okay, so I just thought I'd add in this little segment as the battle that actually comes up is fairly short and brutal. and it appears quite one-sided. However, I want to put this game into the campaign because we've played it and it's true to the campaign. And 2, the Necromunda after-game system, where you get creds for your territories, experience, begins to make up for it. So stick it out to the end and see how the post-game sequence actually sort of balances the game for the ongoing campaign. So stick around. First turn, let's roll.
Yeah, to get the token.
Activations. 1.
Oh, that's me. Great.
So Matt's going first.
Group activation. I'm going to activate these guys at the back here. The champion and these guys. So I'm going to say 4 inches up, 1 inch up. So bring them up to there. So bring them up there. And then I'm going to do a double movement because I want to go grab that casket.
Okay. So.
Okay, so I'm going to bring my sniper though to there.
So that's with. So we're doing them singly. So Matt brings his sniper.
Oh yeah, sorry, apologies. Yeah, I should have done them one at a time. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah. So that guy came up, then just moved him along to get me to cover because he's got the Overwatch. So I'm thinking champion could put some fire.
So what's the stipulations of the Overwatch? How does it activate?
Basically, when you say you're going to activate a model, I'll double check that, but I believe I can then straight away.
So you don't have to have been stationary or.
No, I can just shoot at you straight away. I can basically take a shot at you.
Okay.
Move 1, 2, so 5 inches around the corner there. So he's gonna.
So that second activation,
yeah,
he just moves.
So he's staying within 8. So that I've got that sort of 8 inches away from that guy, because you can see down. So nothing's going to jump him in the dark. I hope.
So on my first activation, I'm going to activate my Wrecker. So Matt is just playing his spiked drinks card.
Yeah.
Which is, what's the effect?
Nominate 1 fighter from your opponent's starting crew for the duration of this battle. That fighter has -1 for their ballistic skill, weapons skill and intelligence, but gains +2 to their cool. It's slightly pished.
Okay. So who are you playing that on?
You see, I'd be tempted on your leader. However, I think you're going to be jumping this little young lady around, so I want to put it on her. She's got, her first battle, she's got over enthusiastic. She's drunk a little bit too the night before, and suffering the consequences.
Okay, so my Wrecker is going to move to the loot casket and then use a second simple action to drag the loot casket, and she goes 6 plus her 3 for the jump boost. She will go 9 inches back to this corner, bringing the loot cache. Does she need to stay with the loot cache?
No, it just needs to be within your...
In my section.
In your section.
So she goes to there.
Both gangs, each gang scores. What's it? Each gang scores 2 points for each loot casket secured, not including ammo caches, on their starting tile within 3 inches of battlefield edge. So you've got to
within 3 inches.
Got to get it to the. So it needs a little bit further.
So from here, yeah, she's just going to take it.
Yeah.
To there.
Cool, yeah, fair enough.
So. On to Matt's activation.
Okay, well you're not doing a group activation there, was
No,
it?
just the single.
I
want to waste your activation.
I see what you're doing. Okay, cunning. I'm going to activate these guys.
So that's a group activation.
Group activation.
Of Matt's leader.
I'm assuming that door's shut, isn't it?
So, yes.
Yeah.
So just for the second, the doors have expanded since I last used them. And now won't fit. So there will be prints of new doors, slightly smaller.
So, okay, group activation over here.
Yeah.
So we're going to move him across 5 inches over to that. Okay. And then he's going to drag it back with him, which is a bit of a waste. And then...
So the second in the group activation.
That's tricky now, where to go. But I don't want to be more than 8 inches away. Because I'll get jumped by something horrible. So I'm going to just move him around to here.
My armsman is going to activate. With the first activation, move 5 inches to within 2 inches of the door.
Yeah.
And then he's going to use his second activation. So after a bit of pulling, the door has come out.
Yeah.
And the armsman is activated. Okay. So Matt, over to you, finally.
Right. Okay. I see what you're doing. I should have maybe a bit of a new mistake there. Well, I've got to activate Mr. Shush.
Okay.
Step back slightly, just to hopefully be around the corner, so your grenade guy can't get me.
Okay. So Matt is now out of activations, meaning I've got these three people that can all do what they want this turn. Okay. So my leader is going to start by abandoning my Jude on my wrecker. He uses a simple to move up to there. Oh, he's also going to reveal his tough as nails card.
Okay.
Which means he rolls a dice each time he gets a wound caused to him. On a 2+, the wound is ignored.
Right.
On a 1, he suffers the wound as normal and the tactic is discarded.
Okay.
And it remains for the rest of the game.
Got you.
So he's going to use a second simple action to get to here. Yeah. So the second action will be to move to this door.
Okay.
In fact, no, it won't.
Yeah, I was going to say.
So my second action will be to move 10 inches with both fighters.
Oh, you're retreating.
Back towards here. Oh. So my thinking being, I now control this area with that melter gun on the leader. So Matt's forced to either chase me this way with his scary champion, or waste a turn opening the door, which I can shoot him, or go forwards to my scary champion.
Yeah, okay.
So, priority for the next turn. I've got the 2-up save though. So I get a 1 for priority.
I get a 3, so I'm still
Matt's going first.
So I'm going to activate. I can only activate. You see, I can't move this guy initially. He's going to have to roll because he's out of 8 inches away from somebody. Remember?
I'm not.
Oh, you're around the corner. Okay, so what I'm going to have to do, I'm going to activate my champion first, my leader first, because I need to stay within 8 inches of this guy. So activate him. Can't activate him because he's not within range. And he's going to... Oh no, wait a minute, what am I doing? I want to shoot at you. So I'm going to shoot at you from here. So I'm going to take aim, and then I'm going to fire a sniper rifle at you.
Okay, so Matt's firing his sniper behind the barricade here.
Yeah. So hitting you on a 2-up.
So Matt hits on 2.
A
6.
That's a 6. It's definitely a hit. It's not a performing or rapid fire weapon. So wounding you now. Strength 4. What's his toughness?
3.
3. So wounding you on a 3-up.
Yeah, 3-up.
4. Wounded you.
Okay.
AP -1.
So I have no save, but I do have my tough as nails.
Yeah.
He's fine.
Okay.
He loves it.
I've got knock back, so I think that just punches you back.
Push me back an inch.
Yeah. Okay, that's good.
Okay. So my activation.
Yeah.
My leader is going to run straight to here.
Okay.
And I'm immediately going to fire my melter gun with my 1-shot rule.
Yeah.
So, range...
Do I get cover? Or...
I automatically hit.
Oh, mate.
So the range is 9 inches with an auto hit. I do roll the ammo dice, so I don't go out of ammo.
Yeah.
So, the melter gun wounds on a 2.
Yeah.
So it wounds you.
Yeah.
And does 3 damage at -40 your save. But the skull takes you out of action.
Yeah.
And that is 1 experience point for my leader. Damn it. So in Matt's activation.
Right.
So Matt's going to activate
straight across.
Mr. Shh.
Mr. Shh. He's grappling.
Okay.
Double action.
So.
And I'm also playing when I activate.
And doesn't he have to? He's on his own, and actually was on his own last turn.
Well, I was within. I've got to roll on the table now to see Okay, let's see if anything else happens. If not, we might have to rewind that.
Matt's roll.
5. I think that's not too bad.
So the result is...
I roll a 5, which is the fighter hesitates, hearing a noise in the darkness. They can only make one action this turn. So I'll just move my 6 then. So I'll go back. My spot was there.
To the corner, essentially.
Did I go back there, didn't I? And then, so I can move him 6 inches. So coming around the corner.
Yeah.
Wobbly model.
You probably want to put him behind that rock anyway, because otherwise I'll pop out with my armsman.
Well, exactly. But I'm playing, also before that, I was going to play the Ghostly. Ghostly. Play this card when activating a fighter, so I'd have activated it there. Tap this card under the fighter's card. While they are all ranged attacks targeting this fighter suffer an additional -1 modifier to their hit roll in each end phase. Roll a d6. On a 1, the card is discarded. So
okay.
It's an assassin. He's going to be shadowy.
So
I'll leave that there.
In my activations, I'm going to activate my Wrecker here.
Yeah.
Who is going to move 9 inches to here. And then he's going to move an additional 9 inches to a point on the board. So she can go 6 to just past the doorway to here. And then an additional 3 inches with the jump move without risking defeat. And that puts her to here. Okay. So, Matt, your activation.
I'm just going to drag some loot.
So Matt's going to activate his leader,
I activate my leader over here. 5 inches. I'm just going to double drag. So 5 inches to there. And then 10 inches to there. Getting that loot in my zone within 3 inches of the edge of the board. So I've got some loot now.
Yeah, so we've both got one piece of loot. We can both bottle if we want now.
Yeah! I've lost a fighter already though.
So you will be on a bottle chest at the end of the turn.
Oh yeah.
So next, I'm going to group activate with my champion here.
Mm-hmm.
Who's going to... It doesn't really matter the order that they go in, so the other guys are going to go first. First moving 5 to there. And ending on 10. Just behind my armsman.
Yeah.
And then the group activation is going to go 10 to here.
Well, okay, might as well finish with this last guy over here. So just going to take him 2 inches, so down there 3 inches, 5 inches.
So he should actually fit on the steps if you just push him a little bit.
Cool. And then another 2, another 3 over here, and he's within 8 inches of his friend. Yeah. So grab.
So is it when you end your move, or is
it when you begin your turn, when you activate?
Okay, because I've actually been in within it. I've been
making sure you were cool
to start
you always
and
had
end.
Groups, yeah.
So on the end phase, Matt's going to have to make a bottle test. So a bottle test, just for those not having read the book like us, is
or if you read the book and forgot.
Yeah, is you roll a dice and add the fighters that are now down from your gang.
Okay, so I've got.
Or it's down or seriously injured. So if you're crawling about on the floor, you also count.
Yeah.
If you get over your starting crew, not your starting gang of 8, but your starting crew of 5, then you've bottled, and everyone needs to take a cool check or run off at the start of their activation.
I'm happy about this.
So
3. I'm okay.
Matt's okay. Just
4.
About.
I've even got 4 fighters on the table.
Yeah.
Right. Keep me cool. That's good. Right.
So roll to see.
Priority. That's right then.
Yes. So my roll, a 6. So I will be going first.
So for Ghostly, I forgot to do this. I need to check that on a 1 I lose my Ghostly. So no, I'm still Ghostly. So that's a -1 hit modifier on my Mr. Shush over here.
Okay. So, and we've already rolled for priority.
And I'm going to play friend or foe.
Friend or foe.
Play at the start of any round after rolling for priority, which you just did. Choose one of your fighters, Mr. Shush. For the duration of the round, fighters on the enemy gang may not target this fighter with any attacks. Additionally, this fighter may move within 1 inch of the enemy fighters and vice versa. Should this fighter make any attacks targeting an enemy fighter, this card immediately expires. So you don't know if it's on
you
your
can't
side.
attack me, but I
No, I can attack you.
No, while you want the effect to remain.
Yes, exactly.
But I'm going to go first.
Yes, but I can basically get in close to you.
You're going to try.
So you can run away.
I'm going to start with a group activation from my leader in the Wrecker.
Yeah.
The Wrecker is going to make a normal move to get to the objective cache.
Yeah.
And then is going to make a move including the jump pack to drag. So it's a normal move which can use the jump pack to get 6 to the door. She's going to go 3
that's what you're doing, yeah.
round the door.
Very good.
To here. Okay. And then my leader, who, let's see if he's within 8 at the start of his activation. So starting from 8 from the corner of the base, 6 gets to there. Yeah, he's within. Yeah. So he is within 8.
Oh no, my guy's going to live
of my fighters. And I'm actually going to double move away from Matt, because I'm scared of him this turn. So I'm actually going to put myself in an attacking position by doing this. I'm going to go 3 to the side, 3 towards these bags, are these, and then I'm going to go just hug into them. Now normally he would have to make a shooting attack because Matt's model is within sight of me. So he would have to normally do that as an action from his drawback from his legendary name. However, because I can't target Matt's model, I don't have to make it because I only have to make them against eligible targets. Got you. Okay, so that is mine, and he needs some assistance this turn. Otherwise, he is going to get jumped. So Matt's activation. So Matt's going to strategically decide to not immediately move Mr. Shush and force me to make the first move here.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do, Matt?
Again, I'm learning this. Well, this guy, effectively, I've got, the moment I activate him, he might get jumped by something in the dark. So I need to get some guys along here within 8 inches. So what I'm going to do is drag this ammo casket back to where we started. So 3 inches,
and
5
2
inches, 3 inches. So back up to here.
Yeah.
So this guy's moving this large crate, excessively large crate. You know, he's stronger than he looks.
Hey, it's heroic scale, man.
I can't see anything here, so I'm
So was he group activating?
No, he wasn't group active. Oh yeah, no, so I've activated a single model.
Okay, so I am now actually forced to do something over here. What do I do? So my armsman is going to go. He's going to go. He's going to go on his own, actually, because I want to waste some of Matt's activations to force Mr. Shush to do something. My armsman is going to move 2 inches to the doorway. So that's 2 inches to the doorway.
Yeah.
He's then got a remaining 3 inches, which is marked on there.
Yeah.
To this point on the Zone Metalis.
Yeah.
And then he's going to go further, however much it takes, to get to my leader. So that's 5 to my leader.
Yeah.
So I activate and move to here as my action. So this just actually allows me to keep these two here.
Yeah, I like what you're doing.
To hopefully waste Matt's activations.
Well, that's alright. I'm going to then activate my champion here.
Yeah.
And move him across.
So you're trying to spread the bubble of not being jumped by people in the dark.
Yeah,
right?
being jumped by the dark. I think I'm going to have to leave him there because I can't shoot anything. So as much as it pains me, I'm going to leave that because I don't want to have something to jump my leader. Okay, over to you.
Okay, so
this mechanic of things jumping in the darks.
Especially if we were on 8 gangers, I don't think it'd be bad at all.
Exactly. The fact we've only got 5 gangers is making it really quite challenging. But hey, it's fun.
Yeah, it gives something interesting, doesn't it, than a normal game. So I'm actually going to go now with just my shotgun guy, who's going to move 4 inches to here. And that's actually all he's going to do this turn.
Okay.
Because he wants to just provide a bubble for the wrecker to get back up there.
Get you. I respect that. Right, my champion, my leader, he's within 8 inches. I'm going to move him 5. He's got, let's say, 5 inches there.
Yeah.
And then this is when I have to jump because I can't measure. So these are about 2 inches each. So I think I might be safe across. So he's still within his 8-inch bubble. A bit more aggressive.
But moving further away from Mr. Shush.
Yeah, I get that, but okay, I couldn't get him to Mr. Shush.
No, and I'm actually on my last activation. I've realised this turn. So, what are people going to do? Mr. Shush wants to charge me, but he's round the corner. But my grenade launcher guy wants to line up a shot for next turn. So he's going to just move to the other side of this doorway with 5. And then not get shot by you immediately. He's going to move to here.
Okay.
To see if Matt doesn't immediately move his.
Problem is, you might not be a problem for you because Mr. Shush might get jumped by something in the dark.
You might.
Right. Okay. Roll. Let's see what happens to Mr. Shush because he's not within 8 inches of anybody. 2. A nightmarish creature emerged from the shadows seeking easy prey. The fighter cannot make any actions during this activation. They are too busy driving the creature away. Brilliant. So Mr. Shush is stuck there in the dark.
He is. So, that was actually the last action of this turn.
Yeah, and I've got to roll to see if...
your gang bottles it.
My ghostly fades.
Oh.
On a 1. No, it doesn't.
Nope. And roll to see if you bottle it.
Is this every turn now?
Yeah.
Oh, no. A 5.
You bottle it.
Because I have 5 gangers to start with.
And you
I've
plus
lost
1 to the
yeah,
roll.
So I bottled it.
Roll to see you go priority. So
I get it because you...
I went first last time, so Matt goes first this time.
Okay.
So because Matt's bottled it, at the start of the activation phase, Matt makes a cool check for everyone on the board.
So I do my leader, so 6 plus.
So leaders provide a 12-inch bubble.
So 10.
He's fine.
He's fine.
He loves it.
And my Mr. Shush.
Mr. Shush.
He's got a cool of 6 plus. So 7, so he's cool as well. Okay.
Yes.
But cool. I like that. Okay, that's good.
So, what are you going to do with your activation, Matt? So, Matt has decided to start with Mr. Shush this time.
Yeah, because I'm
well, leaving him till the end didn't work.
Well, he'll just get shot by everybody. I can't. He's not my best ganger, so I've got to save him for another day.
Yeah. Well, as we were just saying, the infiltrate of Mr. Shush might have been a mistake.
Might have been a mistake.
Just because it put him far away.
I underestimated that. So let's roll and see what happens. A 4. The fighter hesitates hearing noise in the darkness. They can only make 1 action this turn. That does modify what I'm going to do. So I was going to open the door and head for the door.
But you were going to make the hilarious decision to start robbing my loot caches.
Well, I'm going to steal. That's still my game plan. So I'm going to move him basically 3. So I'm going to risk running around in the dark, hoping I'm maybe the most scariest thing in it.
Yeah.
And come around the back.
In my activation, I'm actually going to group activate with my leader. So, my armsman is going to start. And he's going to move 5 inches out to here. And then make a shotgun attack.
Okay, I think I've got hard
cover on your sniper.
Oh, okay. Very good. Okay. Am I in? I've got a -1.
You can get a hard cover. I'll give you.
Okay, right, okay.
So
what's he normally hit on?
He normally hits. So My armsman normally hits on a 3.
Okay, so it's for 5.
Nothing for long range, but -2 for your cover.
Okay.
So with the solid round from the shotgun, he misses.
Yeah.
But the grenade launcher, Marco, moves 5.
Yeah.
And I'm going to play my crossfire card.
Oh.
Which means...
Okay.
So I'm going to play my crossfire card.
Yeah, go on.
Which is play this card when you make a ranged attack against a target which has already been shot by a friendly fighter.
Ah, okay.
The hit roll succeeds automatically. Okay. So I imagine I still need to roll the firepower dice.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
But I got a strength of 6 with my grenade launcher.
Yeah.
So you double your toughness.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Wound you on 2s.
Yeah. Wounds him.
Wounds him and does 2 damage.
Okay. What's the AP?
AP -1.
So I've got a 6 up.
Okay.
No, the opposite.
So it does 2 damage.
So I'm being pinned.
Have you got 2 wounds or 1 wound?
2 wounds on him.
2 wounds?
He's down to 0.
Okay. So that makes 1 injury roll.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he is... so he's seriously injured.
Yeah. Do
Okay.
I put the... do I put that on now or at the end of the turn? I forget.
Oh, if you just put him face down, we'll know he's seriously injured.
Okay.
So, finally, my leader, actually, because I've got to do this now, I want to actually not do this immediately. So my leader is just going to move across to here.
Okay.
I don't want to get my leader charged by Matt's. Even if he has got his 2-up save, he's gonna just get stomped on by Matt's leader.
With his word.
You might want that, but I was going to say we don't want that, but I don't want that.
I want that.
Yeah. So, Matt's activation for this turn.
Yeah. Okay. Let me think.
You've got to drag your cash.
Drag my cash.
And you've got your leader to do.
Yeah.
And you can activate if you want to waste my
drag
activation.
my cash and shoot at you down here though.
You could do, yes.
So I'm going to drag my cash up to here. And actually...
You've got to return fire at some point, Matt.
No, I do. I'm thinking shotgun. I think I'm going to blast. I'm going to shoot back at you.
Yeah.
With my... what I'm going to do is lob a smoke grenade.
So Matt, a smoke grenade's come out at this point.
Yeah.
So you roll to hit with your normal ballistic skill.
Okay, so hitting on a 4+.
Yeah.
Oh, good if I rolled the right dice again. Hits.
So Matt hits.
Okay.
So that then places a large blast template there, of which we're going to sub the large blast template for some smoke. Here is the smoke, and 3 being about the same size as a large blast template.
Right.
Okay, so that's your activation.
Yeah.
For my activation, I'm going to single activate my Wrecker, who is going to drag the cask twice to end here.
Yeah.
She'll end on the other side of it.
Okay.
And then that is your activation, Matt.
Okay,
I will say, I'm now quite happy to sit there and let Matt's gang slowly bottle its way out of the game.
Yeah. I think I'm at the point where I get as much cash as I can and get out of the game.
Yeah.
Definitely. Frustrating as it is, I don't think I'm going to get it.
Well, I've used up my automatic hits now, though.
Yeah.
That card in the one
well
shot.
Played. Yeah, I'm going to do a double activation for movement here and bring him up across here and round the back here. But he's in base contact with him, so there's a better chance of
So
him.
Matt's leader is now a medic.
Medic.
Essentially.
He's, man down, we're going to help him out.
And was that your last activation?
That was my last activation.
So he's basically whoever's going first is...
Yeah, so we're going to have to do the end phase.
And finally, my last ganger he's just going to stay where he's quite happy where he is, to be honest. So, Matt, you roll 2 injury dice to see whether your guy recovers on the floor.
So I don't have to do any more bottle tests now?
No, you just but you have to keep rolling the cool
cool test, okay.
So it's 1 dice normally.
Yeah, I get 2.
And yeah, you get an additional 1, Calvin.
And I'll
You'll
pick
need
the
an extra
better one. So,
dead or seriously
injured.
injured
That one, so when I'm seriously injured. So he stays lying down.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's it for that turn.
That's that for that turn, yeah.
So turn 4 is done. So in the end phase, Matt has to roll for his smoke. So on a 4 or less, it goes.
Okay.
So on a 3.
Gone.
So the smoke is out of there. Matt has decided to bottle it to preserve any gangers that are left.
I've learned some valuable lessons here. Game over.
So, good game, Matt.
Yeah, no, excellent. Enjoyed that. Learned a lot.
And let's do some.
Bit disappointing Mr. Shush didn't get into
it. It wasn't his game, was it? It's
mate.
Not the game for the single guys.
Believe in him, though.
So, let's do some out of action rolls.
Yeah.
And we will come back with the number of experience everyone has got. So Matt has got 1 guy that went out of action. Do you want to roll 1 big dice and 1 small dice, please?
Okay. Well, I'll do the first dice.
Big dice first. So we're 60.
6.
This is good.
Second dice, 63.
Oh, no.
No, it's worse, isn't it?
Oh, you want to roll 1. 63 is critical injury. Dead unless you go to the dock.
Okay.
Roll for your territory.
Okay, so this is for the game. So this is D6 for the loot. So 30 creds, and then for the territory.
So this is for the settlement.
So yes,
70
creds, and this is to take poor lad to the doctor. So I need less than a 7 on 2 dice. 6.
Well, thinking about it, you retain your equipment. And it's your guy's first game, so he's only worth 40 creds to you.
Yeah, good point.
So maybe just rehire a different ganger and give him the old guy's equipment.
Works out. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Yeah. Sorry, mate, you're dead. I've got.
Yeah, not taking.
What did I get before? What was it? 60 credits.
70.
70 credits. Okay.
Okay, so you can also roll 2d6, and if you get a 6, you get a juve, and if you get a double 6, you get a free ganger.
Let's do that. Or 2d6.
2d6 for the settlement. 6, you get a free juve. For my roll, I get 1d6 for my settlement.
Yeah.
1d6 for my new territory, which is the mines.
Yeah.
And I get 2 for the loot that I got in the battle.
Very good.
So,
130.
140.
140. Can't add up.
140. So, I also roll 2d6 for my too pretty for Primus, because my guy's been selling himself.
Give me some credits.
A double will mean that Matt gets the credits instead. So it's 2d6 times 5. So Matt gets an extra 40 credits from my double.
I needed that.
Okay. And I roll 2d6 for my settlement to see if I get a free Juve or Ganger. Double 1. I'm really good at the doubles this time.
Oh, good game, Max.
It was. It was a learning experience, I think.
Certainly a learning experience for me.
Well, it's a weird scenario. It was something that you'd had this plan with your infiltrating Mister. That do you know it just didn't work out for this particular.
It was because that obviously being ice, you did the smart thing moving away from him meant he kept on. I had to keep rolling on that table
because he couldn't link up.
It just wasn't effective. He just couldn't. I kept on the fact he was having to fight off creatures in the dark the entire time.
Yeah.
He didn't die or get seriously injured, so he's still alive. So I'm not wasted 200 credits.
Yeah, but I think for anyone playing it, stay in the group. Stay in the group.
Definitely bunch up, which I did with the other guys. But no, Mr. Shush. But you live and learn. He's not dead.
So what did you end up with? For credits, total credits.
Shotgun guy died. I didn't spend the credits at the doctor's, but
it wasn't worth it, was it?
I gained 70 credits from the territory and from the mission, and then kindly, due to your character rolling a double.
Oh yeah, so my double pretty for Primus.
Rolled a double 4 and gave me 40 credits. So. Also, I gained a 6 and got a Juve. So
that's from his 2d6 on his settlement roll.
Exactly. So I'm 110 credits up a Juve, and down a shotgun guy. But I didn't lose his equipment, so
you can actually just very easily replace him.
He's replaceable.
Yeah,
he's replaceable.
So Matt actually might have come out on top, regardless of having lost.
Bizarrely, slightly better off, gained experience, lost rep. So
yeah, getting experience.
Yeah.
So on the flip side of that, I gained the Mines territory. So I got 2 reputation for having gained a Mines territory as the Orlock special.
Yeah.
I gained 1 for facing you for the first time.
Yeah.
And I was the gang with the higher number of loot caskets at the end of the game.
Yeah, you got 4.
So that was 2 reputation.
Yeah,
so I'm on a total of 5 reputation now.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I rolled, and I have eventually got 140 credits with which to go into the next game. So one thing that we actually forgot is the 2d6 on the roll for the rarity rolls.
Okay.
So we will roll them in a second.
Oh, for the
I will insert them into this bit, but we will just need to roll them at the end.
Good call. Yeah.
So for rarity rolls, Matt gets
7.
A 7, and the Orlocks get a 10. So
that now.
What we're going to do is Matt's going to message me with what he buys with his gang to build it now.
Well, you see it in Yak Tribe. I'll send you anyway.
And we will also try and link in Yak Tribe.
Yeah.
The gang, so everyone can just check on everyone in the campaign's gangs as they move along.
Yeah.
So, thank you for the game, Matt. It's been a pleasure.
Okay.
Hope to have you on again soon.
Absolutely, mate.
You can smash me up to some 30k.
I'll have you.
And we'll see you guys next time.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so we'll keep that running. And do you want a dice from here, or have you got
Is it
dice
just 2d6? This is
2d6 for rarity rolls. So let me just get the camera.